Our final one that we're going to be talking about today is going to be a film called Piece by Piece, and this is directed by Morgan Neville, and it's described as a vibrant journey through the life of Pharrell Williams, told through the lens of Lego animation. This film stars Pharrell Williams, has Chad Hugo, Missy Elliott, Jay-Z, Pusha T, Gwen Stefani, and more. And interestingly enough, Morgan Neville has a pretty long track record with documentary type filmmaking and biographical documentary stuff. He did the Anthony Bourdain pretty big biopic. He's done stuff on Keith Richards. Also he has the one
Won't You Be My Neighbor?
Mr. Rogers. Yeah, Won't You Be My Neighbor, Mr. Rogers documentary. So he's been doing these like a long time, man. So it's kind of cool to get him on board, to do this film. And it's interesting. It's a music biopic, but I think it probably would have suffered if they did this traditional way. Deciding to do this, in a Lego film type fashion, I think was the best decision they ever made. This is another film in a long line of really great animated films that we got this year. And it's crazy just to watch this thing unfold, man. As soon as it starts, it just feels like something totally different. Like this Lego world, like we've seen them do the Lego movie and the Batman film, and I was kind of wondering if it's going to get as fantastical and whimsical and as colorful and grand and as animated as those. And yes, it does, man. And I can't even explain. It's something that has to be seen, to believe it. And I think I'm gonna go see it again, man. You know what I'm saying? That's how hard it hit me.
I really loved it. It's parts of this that I kind of forgot that the Neptunes did. I knew they did drop it like it's hot. That Rex and Effects, Shake Your Rump. I did not know they were behind that song.
No one knew that until they got bigger from doing other records. That was one of those facts that was like, yeah, back in the day, I did, like that was one of those kind of. But in real time, no one knew.
Yeah, but going back and just looking at this and some of the celebrities, like a Lego Snoop Dogg is like my favorite thing ever. And he had Lego Crips with him, which I would have never thought I would have seen.
yeah. It's crazy, man. Because I'm doing a written review on this for Crown Them hip hop site, and that's one of the things I noticed too, because the figure form of the Lego blocks is so like rigid. It's not very detailed, but the way these animators were able to put tiny characteristics, and even with the hair and the outfits on these characters, so that that's Missy Elliott, that's Pusha T, that's Snoop. Like it's amazing how expressive they are able to be with these blocks, man, and the attention to detail. There's a part where they're showing the music video for the song Frontin'. And I've noticed the Lego girls in that video have on the same outfits that the girls from the real life music video had on. And I'm just like, I'm blown away, man. The attention to detail is just astonishing, man. And it, like I said, it goes through the beats of a biopic. We meet this kid. He's like, it's interview format. So crazily enough, the director, Morgan Neville, is in the beginning of the film. It looks like they're on the set of some music stuff, and he starts interviewing Pharrell, and that's the real interview that ends up as dialogue in this film. It's like a narration, kind of like Henry Hill and Goodfellas, and they're animating the stuff. Like we see his hometown of Virginia Beach, the neighborhood he grew up in, him riding skateboards and dirt bikes with his friends, man. It's like, man, this thing is so cool, man. It's crazy. It's just beautiful seeing how they just realize this, man. And I think I've always said, but animation is the really an untapped medium, especially for filmmaking. Like imagine if you took the dramatic road. I don't think Lego would approve this but imagine a Lego film along the lines of Goodfellas. I think you could make that work, but I don't think Lego's going to approve for the violence. But it can be done. I'm just saying the potential of what this art form could do. And this film is rated PG, and they do push the line a little. I think they say shit a couple times, and there's some situations
Well, they bleep it a couple times and then they actually use it.
Yeah, he says it.
My favorite thing
kind of smoking up, but he's not smoking up directly. It's just misty in the room.
Yeah, but they had PG spray that they were spraying in there. That's like my favorite thing. But it was yeah. Everything about this was just cool. It was some good interviews. Snoop is like my favorite person that need interviews. But you get Gwen Stefani, you get Rest of No Doubt at one point. You get Justin Timberlake, you get Timberland, you have his partner Chad, Missy Elliott.
You said Timberland. Who else? I think Teddy Riley's in there too. Teddy Riley.
Teddy Riley's in it also.
And Jay-Z goes through 2 different hairstyles. We get the young Jay-Z, and then but
Busta Rhymes
so
is there.
Cool. Yeah, Busta. Yeah, but I think that's one of the parts that kept me smiling is seeing them recreate so many of these iconic moments that I've heard about or that I've seen in Lego form, man. Like even the video shoots and stuff. I'm like, man, this is so cool, man. Like, I was the only one in the theater watching this, man. So I kind of wish I had that kind of full room and the reaction. That would have been so cool, man. But this thing, man, it's so well done.
I'll be honest with you. I was in the theater like half full with a bunch of squares because I was the only person that was bobbing my head when everything was going on. Yeah. And I was, I was having a good time on this one.
It is a good time.
One of my favorite things is how they were, how they showed you what the physical beats look like.
Yeah, dude, I brought that up in my written review because it's almost like, I mean, he kind of alluded to having this synesthesia where he could kind of see sounds, but then when they showed all the songs and stuff, they were kind of represented in like this little it's almost like a small trophy encrusted with bright colorful jewels. Like there's that scene where he's giving Noriega the beats and Noriega's about to hop on the plane and he shows one, there's another one, and then there's another one in the box. He's like, don't open this until you get to Miami, and it's just so cool. And then later on, there's other scenes where he's pulling these sounds out for other producers and stuff and displaying them. Like it was so cool. Like that's what I'm saying. Like this thing could have been, if it was a regular live action biopic, you're running into a lot of problems. You're not able to do that kind of stuff. Are you going to be able to get all these people to cameo in this? And if you can't, you're going to have to get people to play like them, other actors to act as, Gwen Stefani, when you've already got a voice. So all you got to do is just animate the characters. So I saw a clip from an interview and he was saying that he got everyone on board to do these interviews for this project he was working on, but he didn't tell them what they were working on. He wanted their reactions to Morgan Neville's questioning to be authentic, So, and I think that really works, man. Like just seeing that, because it's even presented like interview style. You see the Lego figure of the person sitting in the studio or something, and they're just talking about Pharrell and the Neptunes and all of that, man. Yeah, it's cool, man. And I even like the performances.
I had so much fun with this, and like I said, I was a little person in my theater. Bobbing their head, and I was having a good time with this. I don't know.
The performances,
me and you probably saw it at the same time because after I posted,
same day. I think I was like an hour before.
An hour ago, I was like, that's
Yeah, I was probably like an hour before you, and even the performance scenes, like those are amped up because then they're going crazy with the lights and just kind of bringing some of the imagery to life. Like we see that there's like a montage of other productions, stuff he didn't like. I guess they couldn't get Britney Spears. I don't know if you want to get her talking on stuff these days, but they show the slave, my slave. And I'm I remember this, like just the even the usher, I'm like, oh my God, I forgot. There's so much, there's so much music. There's so much music. You forgot that these guys had their hands in the mystical. And like, I love the mystical part because they show Pharrell, he's in the video and it looks just like the shot from the. I'm like, yo, this is so amazing, man. I want to definitely see more of this kind of stuff. Like, I don't know. Like, now that you've done the biopic, I don't think you do this again. But Lego, they should try to do everything that they can get away and do, man, because that was amazing. I could see them doing some kind of, what's it called? Like maybe a sports biopic next. You know, one of these athletes like this.
It'll have to be somebody interested, you know, almost like Pharrell. Yeah. But you know, I just had so much fun watching this.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna definitely add this to the collection.
Yeah, this is part of my top 10 of the year so far.
Yeah, yeah, man. It blew me out the water, dude. And, you know, it's just one of those films you watch and you just feel warm at the end. It's inspiring, and you know, and it's not all just fun and games. You know, he does touch on a little bit later where he kind of lost his way and lost his inspiration, and you know, and then he kind of gets on track and brings it back. And that's, I think, the era that we're in now, where it's really just, you know, Pharrell as the solo artist, you know, instead of him, you know, helping everyone else with their projects, he's, you know, kind of focusing on, you know, doing him. And yeah, man, this thing was really a phenomenal effort.
They pretty much cover everything about his life up until like present day, even with nerd, you know, NERD, you know. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just thought so much. This was just cool.
Yeah, and they're working on some new NERD stuff is coming. He said he has like 3 albums. 3 albums they're sitting on of NERD stuff. And he said that he's completed like 12 songs recently, I think at the end of 2023. So we should be coming out with some more stuff. I actually saw them live one year at the Governor's Ball in New York. That was probably like 5-6 years ago. But what else is interesting to me is, man, this animation category this year for the Oscars is going to be so stacked. Honestly, there's so much good stuff, but this is probably my favorite animated film that I've seen this year, man. And that's in really close company, man. Because man, that thing Transformers 1, amazing. The Wild Robot, amazing. I haven't seen Inside Out 2 yet, but I hear that was great.
I saw Inside Out 2.
Yeah.
Overall, this is my favorite story of the year so far.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm crazy. I'd give this thing a Best Picture nomination, bro. Yeah, that's where I'm at with it right now. That's where I'm at.
Yeah. But you know, it'll probably win best documentary.
What?
This Oscars. Yeah, this is probably.
I mean, it is a documentary, but it's not like it's not like a full-fledged documentary. Like, I feel like this is more like a Bohemian Rhapsody, or it's along those lines, you know. But I don't know. I don't know what the rules are, because I feel like
you just doing voiceovers and, you know, to interviews. Yeah,
because I feel like most documentaries, there is, I guess you can have some reenactment, but there are stretches in this that have real dramatic flair. Like there's parts where, like when he's talking to the grandmother, like you wouldn't have a scene like that in a traditional documentary. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but it'll probably be an actor in a flashback. Yeah, you know, like a younger version.
And actually, I don't know, man. This is going to be tricky. We'll see how that goes. I can see it getting nominated for that, though. We'll see, man. But looking at Morgan Neville's other work, this is probably the one that I don't think nothing else that he's done is along these lines. The other stuff that he's done is more along the lines of a traditional documentary format. You know, either it's footage that they're using, or recording, or some kind of narration where they're retelling, you know, that person's story in their life. So this is interesting, man. Like whatever they do with it, this is crazy, man. It's great, man. I don't know. And I think that's a testament to what this is, that it pushes those boundaries in so many ways. It's hard to put this in a box, you know. It's hard to nail it down to what it actually is, man. And this is beautiful, man. I love this thing.